Hello everyone and welcome back to this Squid Game, also known as Dead by Daylight, where instead of playing red light, green light, we're playing a game I like to call green light or get chainsawed in the back.
Green light!
Yeah, this is big brain time.
Well, we're waiting.
Red light!
Now, I've been playing Dead by Daylight for a while now, and I've recently gotten really into one killer specifically, and that would be the Hillbilly. I used to not like him because, to me, he was just a way more difficult version of Leatherface, who I thought had the same ability, but could hit more survivors and wouldn't sprint right past the survivors. Like, it made no sense to me how Hillbilly and Bubba were considered the same difficulty of easy.
How? How? How?
I don't know!
Now, while both may wield a chainsaw, they use them in completely different ways. So you know how your mom or your teachers would constantly tell you, don't run with scissors as a kid? Well, Billy didn't have that person in his life to knack him, so he decided to just dead sprint with a chainsaw, like someone just told him the frickin' McRib was back.
Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
Nice.
However, there is a few reasons why you shouldn't run with sharp objects at the speed of Cookie Monster in a Chips Ahoy commercial. First thing is that if you try to threaten people for too long with your chainsaw, it'll overheat and put itself into timeout for a while. Now, this doesn't happen very often, so you don't need to get too worried with it. Basically, just keep your chainsaw threats short, sweet, and to the point.
I've got a big thirst for human blood!
Now, the other thing is that while sprinting, it's kind of hard to turn. So basically, you have to make turns like you're driving eastbound and down with Burt Reynolds in a semi-truck.
I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Yes! Yes! Come to Papa! Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Also, try not to run into anything because you ram into walls like a crash test dummy on a Toyota lot, and it's a little difficult to recover from that in a chase. Now, Billy Thompson, as you can clearly see, was pretty disfigured. Because of this, his parents decided that the best thing to do was to lock him up so he'd stop crying like the kid from Wonder. Unfortunately, Billy didn't have Owen Wilson as his dad and was treated not so great.
Hey, Dad, do you want to play baseball?
Oh my God, could you leave me alone? You are the neediest kid!
Anyway, this drove him a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and now he just sprints all day, cuts animals with his chainsaw or hammer, and spews crazy talk at the top of his lungs.
It's not crazy talk. This is crazy talk. Sorry.
Now let's go over some of Billy's best attributes, and that would be his perks. His first perk is Enduring, which makes it so the pain of someone throwing a pallet, doesn't last as long, and you can get back to doing what you love most. It's pretty good, and especially if you pair it well with another teachable, like Spirit Fury.
Oh, poop.
His next perk is probably his worst perk, but it's still alright if you're tired of getting blinded, and that's Lightborn. This perk basically makes it so if you're tired of being blinded by flashlights, you can just render them completely useless. However, in many cases, you can just face a wall and avoid the light entirely, so you don't need to worry about using an entire perk slot just to avoid getting your eyes burned.
Ah, shit! Retinas! Seared like tuna steaks! The good news is now I'm furious.
The last but definitely best perk is Tinkerer, which basically allows you to edge people by letting you get the drop on them just as they're about to finish. This perk lets you know which generator is about to get done and pairs well with other gen regression perks like Pop Goes the Weasel and Hex Ruin. Even if you don't play Hillbilly or don't find him interesting, this is definitely the main reason why you should play him. Now, there's also a lot of good perks that you could run with Hillbilly. Some of the good ones are, like I said, Tinkerer, Pop Goes the Weasel, and then there's also a Hex Ruin and a Hex Undying, which makes for a really, really good combo. just because of how fast the Hillbilly is. Some other perks that I could recommend would be barbecue and chili and infectious fright to find people around you, so that way you can get some better value and slug a little bit. Some other perks that are not as used would be like Fearmonger, aka Mindbreaker, since they changed the name of that. And then there's also Discordance, which just helps, you know, get near multiple people all at once.
I will massacre you! I will fuck you up!
Now let's talk about some of his add-ons. His add-ons can be hit or miss. Some of them deal with turning, some of them deal with speed, which are very helpful, and others deal with things like the overheating, which, like I said, you don't run into very often. Now, his ultra rares are the Apex Muffler and the Iridescent Brick, which both basically do the same thing, basically make you a sneaky chainsaw guy. One of them makes it so that way you're undetectable if you're running for longer than 2 seconds, and the other one makes it so that way your chainsaw can't be heard outside your terror radius. They combine really well, but it only fits like one playstyle, which is sneak it up on people while you're sprinting around the map.
I got you now, SpongeBob!
Some of his add-ons make it so that way you sprint much faster and can put more pressure on survivors. However, the speed can be a bit too much for some survivors.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
My favorite add-on is definitely the low pro chains, which allows you to sprint through a pallet instead of stopping at the pallet. It allows you to injure people instead of down them if you hit them on the other end, but it definitely teaches the pallet campers a lesson.
Oh! Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up! Now you fucked up! You have fucked up now! Now you fucked up! 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 Suck my presidential cock, bitch!
Anyway, like I've shown, Hillbilly is pretty good. He's definitely not as good as he used to be since they added the mechanic of overheat, but they're still hopeful. I strongly encourage you to at least play him long enough to get Tinkerer as a teachable, because it really is that good. Like, it's game-changing, in my opinion. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that one, and I'll see you guys in the next one.